we can't have an episode where we don't at least talk once about the Dodgers.
No, mostly just because they continue to be in the news every single day.
Well, the first two things we need to cover is they re-signed Kike Hernandez to a $6.5 million deal. So glad they got that figured out. And then they also re-signed the GOAT, first ballot Hall of Famer, Clayton Kershaw himself, also re-signed. It's really weird because he doesn't actually have an official contract signed yet, but he's at Camelback Ranch throwing right now. Yeah, he's not technically a part of the team, which is kind of unique to see. But back to the Dodgers there. And, there's a little thing that came out this week that MLB might be playing favorites with the Ohtani rule.
Yeah, it does. It does definitely seem like they could be playing favorites, considering there's how many players in Major League Baseball do the Ohtani rule apply to, Darren?
Shohei Ohtani.
Weird.
Yeah. So do you have the details on the rule itself?
I do have the details on the rule. So
okay.
Just in case you guys aren't aware, the Ohtani rule is pretty much the pitcher can remain in the game as a designated hitter, even if they are replaced on the mound by another pitcher. This rule is kind of a novelty used in the 2022 All-Star game. It was made official in 2022 when the designated hitter rule was extended to both leagues, pretty much created specifically for Shohei Ohtani because he was a fantastic pitcher and a great hitter for the Angels. We all know that Ohtani hasn't pitched yet, but or since he's been with the Dodgers, but
so do you understand the criteria for what qualifies a two-way player? Which is basically what it's really called, the two-way player rule, but it is the Shohei Ohtani rule. But do you know what the criteria is?
I know the criteria is you have to pitch so many innings, make so many at-bats, and then you have to be with the team for a year or something like that, right?
So the criteria is that he has to have pitched at least 20 innings and played at least 20 games as a DH or position player with at least 3 plate appearances in each one of those games, in either this season or the previous season. Well, he did not pitch last year.
So guess what?
So that would mean that he would not have two-way status. The real reason why you want two-way status for Shohei Ohtani is so you can carry an extra arm in the bullpen, right? Or an extra arm in the rotation or an extra person on the bench. He's not taking up 2 roster spots.
Okay.
So that's really what the Ohtani rule is meant to do. It's meant to not penalize a team because remember, this rule created when he was an Angel.
Yeah.
For the Dodgers, they wouldn't have cared about this rule. And honestly, it's still stupid. But basically, the change in the rule is the reported has now Major League Baseball has come out and said, just kidding. It's not in the previous year. It's in the previous
not 1 year,
2 years. It's in the previous 2 years. So if you did reach that all requirement in the last 2 years, previously to this season, then you can still be a two-way player. What's your thought on this? Do you think it's just them being nice to the Dodgers, or they just want Shohei on?
There is no other explanation other than they want Shohei on the mound once he's ready to pitch in 2025.
I think it's really funny because do you see the interview on Dodgers Territory?
I did.
So Foul Territory has another channel called Dodgers Territory with Clip Macias and Alana Rizzo. Shout out to the real FRG. When it comes to that, they interviewed Andrew Friedman on here, and they asked him about this. And he didn't seem to know.
Oh, really?
Like in the interview, he had no idea what they were talking about. So it seems like MLB made this rule change and didn't let the Dodgers know. So it's kind of like the Dodgers are like, wait, what? So like,
but the Dodgers had to know, like maybe the Dodgers just weren't concerned about the rule really applying to make Shohei ineligible then, right?
Yeah. So now when it comes to that, I think it's a big part of this is really the league kind of favoring the Dodgers and wanting to give them every opportunity they can to be successful, right? And honestly, as a Dodgers fan, you know what I'm going to say? I actually 100% agree. I think I'm agreeing with the naysayers in this one. This is something that is not necessary. Absolutely not necessary. It's a minor inconvenience for this Dodgers team. Yeah, if they were the lowly A's or the Angels or something like that, yeah, this would be a problem. But this is the Dodgers, dude. Like, he's not going to pitch until May anyway.
Right.
You don't think he's going to have 20 plate appearances where you have at least 3 at-bats in those 20 games? Like, you don't think he's going to hit that requirement? And then when he comes back as a pitcher, here's a novel idea. Don't have him DH when he's back as a pitcher. Let him spend 2 weeks getting used to pitching again. Let him acclimate to being on the mound, acclimate to being on the mound at Dodger Stadium, and let him just be a pitcher for 2 weeks. That's not going to hurt this team.
Right. Because once he hits so many innings pitched, and he's obviously going to already have his innings.
Yeah, he's got to pitch at least 20 innings and then at least 20 games.
Gotcha.
So it's not really going to hurt this team at all. And knowing this team, there's probably a bunch of pitchers that are going to be hurt that are going to be going up and down anyway.
Give it a week.
Yeah, we already have Evan Phillips that's down already. So it's like first day, right on the IL. Thanks. So I don't know, man. I think that this is Major League Baseball just doing too much. And I think it is kind of favoring the Dodgers. And I think it's a bad look because the Dodgers don't really need the help, man. This rule isn't really, going to affect that team as much. I think they're just changing this rule to make sure that Ohtani can, like you said, give Ohtani the best chance to pitch if he wants to pitch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's 100% what it was.
We'd love to hear from you folks on that. Let us know what you think when it comes to the Shohei Ohtani rule and do you think it affects the team. If you are watching this on YouTube, we'd like to appreciate it. Thank you for watching this episode of the DNA Sports Recap. If you have not yet considered subscribing to the channel, please consider doing so. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button for your boy AJ right over there. We are giving the first $500 that we earn in AdSense revenue back to our subscribers. So if you've not yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that giveaway.
Absolutely. And if you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, just know this is available, the whole episode, on our podcast section on YouTube.
With all that said, my name is Darren, that is AJ, and this has been an episode of the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.